What's up, everybody? Have we got some noise? Yes, we have. So hopefully tonight will be much more professional than last week. I've actually checked that the cameras are working, so that's nice. As long as we've got sound, and we should have a 1080 feed, so that's good. I should have. Do I need to put that light on as well? I can't remember. Does that need to happen? I don't know. But there we go. So, how the bloody hell are you all? Are you all right? Are you having a good Monday? How's your week going? My thing's all a little bit wobbly. So let's just have a quick look. This is a review, but I'm going to leave that up to you guys to decide what we're going to look at, because I wanted to have a sort of a conversation about what each of these products that I'm going to show you today, and you're going to decide which one, what they represent, and how vaping's going as a result. And I figured that would be quite an interesting conversation. But to let you know, I have got the BP mods. What's it called? IADO, I think. I have got that, which I am testing. To be honest with you, I was going to do a review of it tonight, but I'm not, because something not happened, but I noticed something, and I want to kind of get on top of that before I do the review. So that will be coming very, very soon. So that's happening, but just not tonight. Okay, so what else have we got going on? Like I say, we've got the two different things to look at. Hopefully we'll be getting back into the groove now of doing a regular Monday night live or a Monday night review. If you want to see Mr. Todd at some point, do let me know, and I will ask the big fella if he will come and hang out with us as well. Is everything okay though? Is everything light enough? You can see what you need to see and all that sort of nonsense? I hope. So yeah, fingers crossed. Let's get going into this one then, shall we? So we've got tonight, we've got these two different areas to look at. We've got these jelly box mods that have come from Rinco. I've had these for quite some time, but I want to have a discussion about clear mods and if they kind of get you all excitable or not. And then we're going to catch up on this one. Now, this is one that I've had for absolutely ages. We've all seen it by now. It's the No Name and Aspire jobby. It's also got the rebuildable tank on it as well, which name is I've forgotten. Let's get professional. But yeah, and also I wanted to talk about kind of what this represents with the way that mass manufacturing is going with other companies, but also how companies like Aspire are going all together, because obviously we saw this one. I tried to show you this one is it last week before last, but obviously that we know how that ended up. So yeah, I want you to tell me if you want to see clear or classy. So that's all you've got to type in: clear for the Rinco jelly box, or classy, and we'll have a little look and see what's going on there. Also, I have got some other things I've got an RDA to do a review on, but to be honest with you, there's not been that much stuff. The 9th tank, thank you very much, Mick. That's the kitty. That's the one. That's the one that I forgot. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Mick. So if you want to see clear or classy, let me know. The 9th is the name. Yes, it is. So yeah, that's what we've got going on. We'll have a vape and what have you. We'll be doing a build if it's this. Should have got a different RDA together, so I could throw a build on if you wanted to go cloudy on the jelly box as well, and we could have taken it from there. But I'm an idiot, and I didn't, so I'd have to. I'll tell you what I could do. If you want to see the clear ones, I'll throw a build in the Cree 24, because that'll kind of match it. The reason I'm not going to use the tank that comes with it is because I didn't get any extra coils, so I tried it, and there you go. I've got some opinions on it, but we'll get to it as we get to it. But a big old bath cup of coffee going on. Right, what we got going on here? We've got clear, 2 for clear, 3, 4, 5, and then classy so far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oof. clearly not the non-classy ones. 5, so we've got 5 each. So not many people watching tonight, but I've not really pushed it. And to be honest with you, I don't know about you, but I think there's been a lot of people just have been calming down watching on the vape reviews because, and this is something else that I want to have a sort of a brief chat about while you're telling me classy or clear. Is that when it comes to reviews, now obviously I could continue putting regular reviews up, but the majority of it would then be pods and all that sort of nonsense. And I don't know about you, but I give zero shits about pods at the moment, and I'm just not interested in them in the slightest. So yeah, I mean, whatever. But obviously, it means that if I'm not reviewing all of the new pod systems that are coming out, then I'm kind of at a bit of a loss to review new stuff because there's not a lot of new stuff hitting the streets. So let me know if you're cool with me just doing videos on stuff that I find interesting, or if you did want to see more. I did think about doing maybe just a couple of work along live stream builds, just like for basic stuff, just as a kind of an addition to my my coiling tutorial I did ages ago, just going over the basics. I've thought about doing a few bits and bobs, but yeah, to be honest with you, I've just not had very much new gear come in, and I'm not one of these reviewers that just waits for the new stuff to be sent to me. I have actively gone out and tried to purchase a couple of things. I had one company just say, "Oh, well, we haven't got any to sell you." and I'm also waiting on the I think Hell Vape have got a new kind of little nice looking mod, which looks a little bit sweet, and they've not asked me to review that, so I'll probably be going out and buying that one. So yeah, if anyone super chats, that's where that money's going. Right, the Classy is winning. We're just in the lead on the Classy. Just realised though, I've got top chat on and not live chat. Woof. That's not going to be good. Right, yeah, Classy is still going. Evening, Stan. Nice to see you. Thank you ever so much for everyone joining me. I know I'm kind of very up and down with my upload schedule. So if you haven't got notifications turned on, I strongly suggest you do, because I try and do a live every Monday, either a live review or a Monday Night Live. But I can only do what I can do, and health is one of those things as well. Look at that, look, Mr. Todd's in there, topless reviewing. Okay. I'm doing bottomless at the moment. Is that all right for you? Right. So once again, just for another final catch up, we've got Classy or Clear. Classy, Clear. And both of them have got conversations to add into that as well, with regards to if it's classy, then we can talk about Aspire, what Aspire are doing, and how things are moving forward with companies like this at the moment, and whether it's something you want to see. Or the other end of the scale is something like this, which is where we can have a chat about see-through mods. Are they a thing? Do we like them? And how do we feel about them in general? So a lot of that sort of stuff we can have a chat about. Should have asked, really, Mr. Todd, if he wanted to come into the live stream tonight. Let me know if you do, Toddles, and we'll see if we can make that happen. But yeah, there we go. Be interesting, I guess, to have a dual approach, possibly, to the way both of these mods are, because I think they're very focused towards different groups, in my opinion. But you could tell me differently. This would be a perfect time to do a co-op review with the shed knob. Well, depends if he's sitting in the shed playing with himself, or if he's in the living room on the telly. Let us know. Classy's winning, by the way. Classy's winning. So yeah, let me know, Todd. Let me know. I am also thinking about, and Scott, if you're in it, thank you very much for your message, thinking about getting a dwarf, a FLDF, the direct lung facelift model, because I think that would be interesting. There you go. I just sent a message to Todd saying, want to come on? Right, who else have we got in? Let's say hello to a couple of other people at the moment. I'll just disrupt proceedings. It will not end well. Well, I think that then is something we need to do. Are you in the shed? Let me open. Oh no, that was the wrong thing to press. So there we go. Some of those apples. Yeah. Skype is open, so if you want to see the Todd Meister, then let me know, and let him know, more importantly, and we'll get that going as well. Because I think, you know, this could be an interesting conversation. But go on then, he says. Go on then. Right. Now, I've never actually called someone. Okay. Bam, bam, bam. Should turn my music off. Dun, dun, dun. Right. See, look, I mean, this is exciting. I'm ringing, Mr. T, and he's not picking up. Oh, is he? Is he? Guest NDI. No, that's not right. Oh. I think he's coming. So yeah, carry on. Let me know if you're going with classy or clear. Throw those opinions down again in the thingammy jiggity do, and we will make sure that we can accommodate everybody, or at least do as much as I possibly can do. Right, so audio and visual settings, camera, Blackmagic design, yes, good, right. Well, I can't see Todd, so I'm not entirely sure if he's got his camera on or not. It's going well. Right, so someone else is saying clear. Sith Walker is saying clear. I think for the sake of transparency. Oh, there he is. Hang on, I'm going to have to turn right. And if I do that. Oh no, why is that not happening? Oh, Skype guest NDI. Oh, Todd, you're there, but I can't see you on the thing. Oh my God. Right, that's that. We may have got into this one and it may not be working. Right, can you say something, Todd, if you're there? Right, I can just about hear you there, but my eCam is not taking it in. Take it. Dun 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 dun. Skype guest, yeah.
Push the red button.
Yeah. Well, this should be going, you know, being grand, but it ain't. Huh. Can you hear him when he talks, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know.
Does that mean I should talk then?
It doesn't look like your feed is coming into my Skype. Huh. I wonder if that means... Hold on. I was well prepared to be super smooth and swish tonight, but I clearly am not. Right, so there's that one, and...
You do know that they live for technical difficulties.
Oh, fuck I. Someone's given me a thumbs down already, so that's fine.
Well, I thought I'd taken that off as well. Sorry.
Right, well, do you know what?
I blame that Alex McKenzie.
Oh, Oh, without doubt.
Yeah.
Swap cameras? No. Swap cameras? No. There's literally no reason why this shouldn't be happening. God damn
I didn't have an anal probe. Sorry. I was using my out loud voice there. I completely forgot.
Right. I think.
You crack on, buddy. I'll.
Thanks to live mode, publish. Yeah. I don't understand why it ain't happening, to be honest with you. Have you tried turning it off and turning it on again? I did think about that, in all honesty. Not going to lie. Skype today. Yes. Yes. Right, hang on. Oh. Hang on. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to quit and reopen Skype. And see if this does the trick. Fingers crossed, hey. Anyway. Hey guys, nice evening and stream. He's gone. Where's he gone? That didn't reopen at all. It reckoned it was going to reopen and it didn't. Cheeky little monkey. Why am I getting the blame? Because, Alex, it's probably your fault. Right. Right, that's opening up Skype. Do. He's not going to answer now, is he? Bet he doesn't. Mark is unavailable. Oh, you bellend. Oh, you bellend. Oh, I'm going to stab you in the throat. Time to refill the squonk bottle. Right. Oh my goodness, still not there. Right. Well, in the absence.
You crack on, buddy. I'll shout insults from the sidelines in chat.
He's there. If I do that, he ain't there. Hang on. I'm going to go and try one last thing. Flaps. I'm not trying one last thing. I don't think. Am I? No, I'm not.
That's me.
Huh?
No, it's I'm watching you on YouTubers as well.
Ah. Showing current scene. Overlays. No. All right. Well, we'll have to do it. We'll have to do it next time, old cocker.
You know where I am? Give me a shout anytime, sir.
You're definitely no there. Hold on. Play in front one, some of that. Show that. Account, stream. Back in some of that. Screen sharing. Interview. Auto answer guess. No. All right. Yeah, sorry about that, old cocker. Got you all in and we can't do it.
That's such a shame because I'm absolutely naked here and I think that your viewing audience deserve that.
Right. Okay, then. The only other thing would be to close down my stream and then restart it. And I think that's going to be potentially problematic. I think. So, yeah. It's not going to happen. I don't think.
So what you do or the what was it, the Aspire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to have a little look and see if anyone said clear or classy. And the idea is to see what people are sort of wanting to chat about with them, really. I haven't seen. Doing my last little thingy. Contacts, no. Show chat notifications, no. No. Boo. Sorry, buddy.
No worries.
Go on for no reason. I've held these good people up enough, I think. So we need to... hang on. Oh, peace. Oh, I thought I had something new then. I didn't. Bollocks. Yeah, okay. All right, pal. Sorry about that.
That's fun.
Bye. Well, that was a monumental cock-up, wasn't it? Right. So, sorry about that, gang. Sorry about that. Okay, then. So we've got Jesus, you're loud. Am I? Am I really? How's that? Is that better? Is that better? I hopefully think that's much better for you. So then, we said a minute ago about having the classy or clear. We can have a little chat about this. Remind me at the end if you want to have a chat about these. But if you're interested, they're very kind of vicious anti, I think. And these are from Rinco, and they're called Jellybox mods. We've got a single or a double battery affair. So yeah, it's a single 21700 or dual 18650, if I remember correctly. That's what we've got to look at another time. But let's move those to one side and we'll have a little look at this. So this is something that I've talked about in the past, and I've had, whoops, that's the wrong way. I've had this for quite some time as well. So this is one of the collaborations, excuse the dog hair, this is one of the collaborations between Aspire and No Name Mods. So this, I believe, came from UK Aspire vendor in the UK. And this is based on a No Name Mods design that they had some time ago. Oh, look at that. Look. Thank you very much, Jan. Very kind of you. Let's just add you to the broadcast. Look at that. Look. You've got yourself some green dangle clack there. Right, okie dokie. I don't know what it means, but all righty then. So yeah, so I believe this is based, and if you go and have a look at, I know Todd's done a full review of this one, so I don't know if he actually compared it to the OG No Name Mods model, but that's something that you can certainly look at if you want to go ahead and go across to him. Then we've got the 9th tank. Now the 9th tank it's a lot sort of more of a regular kind of Aspire product. I think, although this is in connection with them as well, I believe. Now, have I got the right one here? Have I got the right one? Yes, I have. This one is a rebuildable, so if you want to see a build in here tonight, we can make this into a little build stream as well. So we've got that, although it doesn't have to be rebuildable from what I can remember. I think you can put stock coils in this as well. But yeah, as far as the vape quality comes from it, perfectly fine. Like I say, we can have a little chat about this a little bit later if you so wish. But to go over the top of it, we've got a single kidney-shaped fill hole at the top there, and it is quite recessed by these threads. I hope you can see. The top is I think that's Delrin going on the top there. Why am I covered in hair? Now, the one thing that I'm not a massive fan of about this is the fact that because we are Delrin at the top, honestly, seriously, dog hair everywhere. Because we are Delrin at the top, that is going directly into metal threading, which I'm not a huge fan of, because you do have to be just a little bit careful. Although I would have imagined that the reason for it not to be metal is to stop heat transference going from the tank to the top cap up there. So I think that's probably why it's there, and it's a very good reason for that as well. Now then, underneath we do just have the Aspire logo. I gave this a brief washout earlier on today. And as far as the tank capacity goes, as we know in the UK, TPD 2 mil. Chicken Foot, what up from TX? What up? When it comes to the build deck, it's a fairly straightforward build deck, nothing we haven't really seen before, but that is something that we can throw a build into if you so wish. And when it comes to the airflow control, we've got a just a normal kind of airflow jobby going on there. Comes to hard stops on both edges, and everyone's indeed a winner. So that's that. That's when it comes to the ninth tank. And all in all, I mean, it's one of those things I can't decide if I like the look of it or not. I like the kind of design on the bottom of this, but I don't know if it works overly well at the top, or at the very least, if this should have been the kind of same matte kind of brush finish or what blasted finish that this is. You know, I think that would have been a little bit of a sexier look, a little bit more of a Mark Bugs kind of vibe going on. And then on the top there, we do have Aspire 9th tank, and then we've got No Name as well, because obviously it's from all of them, and it is obviously a 510 drip tip as well, but I can't quite grasp. Anyway, that's that. I'd like to see you build the Ha, please. I think you can sod off. Ryan's in 9 gates, Vivi. Good health to you folks, and Vaping Biker, thank you very much. A bit of an afterthought there, but we won't dwell on that. Anyway. So this is the mod that we're talking about, and if we take the front cover off there, you can see that we've got the name at the top there, and it is the Paradox. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so I have mentioned this before when I've sort of discussed this, but I didn't. I said that I was going to review it after I've had it for some time, and I have had it for some time now. You can see that we have got the USB-C charging down at the bottom, and for those regular watchers of you, this is the part that really frustrates me about this mod. The fact that this USB-C port sticks out so far, and it's right kind of near the up and down buttons, so you can't really press the up and down buttons without kind of resting your finger on top of that, and I don't like it unless you do that and then you're covering up the screen. So if you go sort of top down, even if you've got sort of average size fingers, it's a little bit, you know, it's just not comfortable. That seems to me like it could have been a bit of an afterthought. Maybe if they'd, I don't know, somehow attached it underneath or something, that would have been cool. But yeah, that's my one kind of real bugbear about that. Now at the bottom there, you've got a magnet, and that's because this section will go on top of there. This is the cover for the faceplate there. Now, this isn't going to be for everybody, but it's certainly got a nice look to it overall. We've got another magnet down the bottom here, and we've got one at the top. So the top one is going to attach it to the button, and the bottom one attaches it to the base. But when we put them together like that, that's the overall kind of brushed seamless finish. And obviously it means that firing it, it's super easy because you're just squeezing it in your hand. Now then, this is something that I kind of found a bit weird with this one. I don't think I've got particularly big, well, I don't know. I mean, I've got hands. But holding it, it just doesn't seem long enough. This bit kind of sits a little bit uncomfortably in my hand to have this sitting in the area where you would think it should sit. And I'm just not feeling it, to be honest with you. That just doesn't, it just doesn't do it for me. If they made this as a 21700 mod, so just a little bit thicker, but also a wee bit longer, I think that would make all the difference. And that would be very, very sexy indeed. Now along here we've got this kind of material that's sort of, it's a little bit rubbery, it's a little bit kind of, you know, yeah, it's not a neoprene sort of thing, but it can hold muck from your hands and sweat and what have you, so you can give it a rubbing and cleaning it off. And who doesn't like a nice little rubbing now and then? So, you know, get rid of that. That looks gross as you like, but you know, it's one of them things. It's mine. I'm okay with it. Now, when it comes to the outside, we've got the No Name logo at the top and the Aspire logo at the bottom. Nothing on the other side. When it comes to the very top of it though, we've got a nice brushed finish, nothing sort of extravagant going on over the 510, but it's one of those things. A nice little sort of scoop down at this point, which I think is a good look to it. But yeah, I just would have really liked this as a 21700, so just a little bit longer. just a little bit longer, or maybe have this come up just a little bit higher or something like that. But yeah, it's going to be down to personal preference. Again, go and see what Todd thinks about this, because I know he likes his mods to be a little bit on the smaller side of things. And as Vomit AAA Sausage says, size isn't everything. But sometimes you just like holding something with some heft in your hand. So that's that. Those are the two the products that we're going to have a little look at tonight. I suppose I should probably get a battery and show you the screen on this. Hold on. Okay. Alrighty then. So we've got a lot of these mods these days that have the battery cap, which I think is a good thing. I kind of like it, but also it's a little bit awkward to kind of get undone and then do it if you're a little bit clumsy or a little bit all fingers and thumbs like I am. I like them, but they annoy me at the same time. Does that make any sense whatsoever? But yeah, that's not ideal for me. We have got a protrusion on the connection at this point right there. That allows a nice solid connection with the battery. Where you monkey? Where's it gone? There it is. Dun, 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 dun. And there you go. But yeah, like I said, the fact that you kind of have to grab it, I can never grab these for very long. Like, that's just squeeze through my fingertips and I'm now on my nails. Yeah, I mean, I would really like to see more of the kind of the push in and quarter turn sort of thing. That kind of affair would just make me happy. Or I don't know, just a different solution. I'd like to see somebody come up with something like that. But yeah, I think that may add lengths onto the tube. But that's kind of where I go with that one. We have got the CE mark on the bottom as well. Don't know why I just put that back in, but we'll get it out again. I also don't know why that's shaped like an anchor. I don't know. Well, so you can do that, maybe. I don't know. But there we go. Okay, let's get the battery in there. Positive goes up, and if I open up the side there, whoops, I think we see things come to life. There we go. As I'm turning the battery on, job is a good one. Now we've got a very, very DNA like screen going on there, as you would expect. We've got turning it off, turning it on, going to voltage mode. There we go. We had voltage and pass through there. There's the lock going on. Wallop. No temp control, but you know, it is what it is. And like I said, the thing that just really annoys me about this is just the fact that USB-C really does get in the way. So if you're going to be changing your wattage up and down regularly, I think that's going to be something that that would really annoy you. Modmaker does a Springer battery tube in the 18650. Yes, he does. So yeah, I mean, that's annoying. I think if you're one of these people that uses a mod, you set it to how you want it, and then you set it and forget it, this kind of thing is spot on. But if you're someone that's always changing, then it can be slightly problematic. But there you go. That's what we've got looking at there. So when we come back to this tank, one of the great things that we've got is a glass outer rather than acrylic or PVC, whatever it is. So yeah, that makes me happy. So we can put all kinds of juice in here, regardless if they're tank crackers or not, and everyone's a winner. I did when I was building this squape the other day with my patrons. I had a complete meltdown because I realised that this is not a glass tank, and I put some proper angry juice in there. But let's have a little look at this, and like I say, in a minute we'll have a little discussion about. We'll have a little discussion about how mods are kind of moving forward, and I would like to hear about your opinions on a couple of those things. So let's just zoom right in. We're on digital zoom now, so it might not be the clearest, but hopefully you can see everything you need to see at that point right there. Okie dokie bobbly skip. Let us get. I did not prepare at all. So is it this? Is it this size? Is it this size? Nope, no it is not. Is it this size? I hope so, because it's the only two that I've got. Yes! Right. So we've got a 1.3 hex going on there. When it comes to the length of the screws, you can see on the one on the right there, it's a little bit wobbly at this point, but there is enough space. You're not going to be putting big honk and great coils going on in here, but you know, you have got enough to be getting on with. Now you can also see at the sides here we've got little up sticks going on there, so that stops the wire coming out of the post area when you're putting it on. If you're using particularly thin wire, I would strongly suggest wrapping it all the way around, coming out the other side and cutting it on the inside. But that otherwise, I've not really had any issues with that one. What I will say is that obviously your wicks are going to be going down here, and the juice is going to be coming in this section down the bottom right here, and that, you know, I've had not brilliant results with thicker juices, to be honest with you. Not brilliant, but that's just something to be aware of. Thinner juices, no problem. Thicker juices, particularly in the cold weather, not ideal. So let us let's get some wiring, shall we? Let's get some wiring. So I'm going to use some of my own homemade or home wraps, 26 gauge Canthal with 36 gauge Canthal around the outside. We'll get some of that. Now, if you do use single coil sticks, one of the things that I would strongly suggest is when you have the end, particularly if you've got a single coil stick rather, is just get the end and give it a little twist over and squeeze it together. That way, when you coil it round, if you're going to use a coiler like I am, because I'm lazy, it's less likely, the clapton is less likely to come hoofing off the end. But I'm pretty sure you're not going to see this because it is really, really tightly wound. And yeah, you're not going to see that at all. But trust me, it is a clapton. It is. Okay, so we are going to go with a 2.5mm ID coil on this one. Again, 3mm, I think you can just about fit in, but I'd see no point to doing so. Where's the thingy? Here we go. So yeah, you can fit, let's say, if I show you this, you can see that we have got space over the 2.5mm coiling rod, so you could fit a 3mm there, but you're going to have to thin out the wick quite significantly, so I don't really think it's really worth the aggro, to be honest with you. So I'm really kind of getting back into my 2.5mm coils at the moment. Don't know why, but it's just one of those things that makes me happy. So let's get some wraps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go for a 7th across there. And the reason I do that is because, as you can see, we've got one leg that's just going off on a wobble. This isn't absolutely necessary, but it's something that I enjoy doing because I'm a bit of a weirdo. And that is just straighten that take one of those wraps off, and then we've got 2 straight legs to work with. All right then, so let's get going into the RDA. I may even take another wrap off. Yeah, I'm gonna take another wrap off here as well, just for shits and gigs. Because it's 36 gauge, because it's Canthal, it means that I've got a nice little resistance in here. You know, it doesn't always have to be cloudy nonsense. In you go. Oof. Why aren't you going in? That's what she said. Right, come on, you little bugger. Come on, you little bugger. In you go. In you go. There we go. Got that one in there. Cookie. That one is in there. Like so. Give it a bit of a straighten up. And you can see that with that coil in there, I mean, we don't have a huge amount of space. So putting that 3mm in would have been a risk, but I think you can just about get away with it. But I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it. I've positioned it directly over the top of the airflow hole underneath, as you can see. Let's make it happen. I know that there has been some deals on this setup recently, and I don't know if there still is. So you can always go across to UK Aspire vendor and see if they have got some deals cracking on still. But this has been out for a while now, so you know, it's not always about getting the new. It sometimes it's just about grabbing hold of something that you haven't got, that's been around for a while, that you can get for a really good price. So that's what we've got going on there. I've cut off both the legs super close to the posts to make sure we don't have any arcing or anything like that. Not obviously a massive problem on a regulated mod, but it is something that that you do have to be careful of. Okay, so we can see there that we've got 0.61, 0.53. It's just going to take a minute to bed in because it's Canthal. And let's get this all heated up, shall we? Now, when I pulse coils, I don't put huge amounts of power through them. Where am I thinking? There they are. I don't put huge amounts of power through them, and that's just because I don't think they need to. Also, I think it's one of those things where you can, especially when it comes to using thinner cores in Claptons, it's very, very easy to break it. And we don't really want that if we can help it. Okay, so just realised you can't see what I'm doing there. So, all right, glowing from the inside out. Job's a good one. That's coming through at 0.44. Wallop. So then, what I'm going to use is some Cloud 9. Bosh, some of those apples. Get that from from vaporbay.co.uk. Cloud 9. It is a jolly handy, healthy little cotton, to be fair. And I've just got some more of it, so that's very exciting. So thank you very much. They did send this on to me, but I've also got bags and bags of Muji, so I am choosing to use this because I like it. So there you flipping well go. Right, some of those apples. Also, if you haven't seen it yet, I took a very sexy picture a little while ago for my socials. Vapor Bay are also doing this palmetto, and you guys know that I really like my Future Juice custards, and this is a juice that Vapor Bay are working together with Future Juice to produce, and it's very nice. Blood orange, melon. No, I can't remember. Go and have a look. It's nice though. I'm sure Alex will highlight the flavour profile because I can't remember. Right, getting some of this nonsense out here. Bit of a blow just to make sure that we are cool. I've had a lot of coffee today and I'm a little bit shaky. Right. Regular viewers will know that on my live streams I have a pokey stick which I use religiously to poke the cotton down, which is actually just a really, really small screwdriver. But I definitely lost it. But it died. I broke it. So yeah, I can't use that anymore. Devastating. This is all we have left of it. But I'm going to carry on using it. These little tiny electrical screwdrivers just are so good. I can't imagine vaping without them. It's annoying that I'm going to have to buy a whole new set just for one screwdriver, but there you go. I think they're fairly cheap and cheerful. So I'm cutting it to pretty much the outside edge of here. And then we thinned it out just a touch, and we'll pop that in there like so. To be honest with you, I think we've probably got a little bit too much length on there. Back to the double entendres. Oops. Definitely shaky. Okay. Did I cut too much off? Don't know. You really want to be filling those holes. You don't need it to go all the way down to the bottom, but you do want to be filling the side holes. Try not to compress the living crap out of the wick, because you do want it to wick up nice and easily. Right. Okay. Commission check going in the post. Thanks, Alex. Hashtag not a sponsor. Get in there, you monkey. Get in there. Right. By the way, while we're talking about Vapor Bait, and while Alex is in chat, I believe they are going to be the main people in the UK that are going to have the BP mods, whatever it's called, which we'll be looking at very soon. So worth checking out. Vaporbay.co.uk for that. Now then, when it comes to juice, I am going to use some of my creation from Dripper Labs. This is my Chanana, which is a cherry and banana kind of vibe. Rev 1.2, so there's a little bit less cooling action going on in this one. To be honest with you, I wouldn't probably be using this one at, this is a 7030. I wouldn't probably be using this one if it wasn't so damn warm. But because it's so damn warm, I think we can get away with it. So that's what we're going to do. We'll throw that on there. So, a needle pulling thread. Shouldn't really start off conversations with just saying so, should you? Right, wallop some of that action. Juice on the top. Little pulse just to get a little bit into that coil area. Wallop some of those. Okie dokie. Screw that back on top of there. And then we're going to take that top up. Like I said, I'm not a massive fan of the fact that it's got the super shiny top cap, but you know, it is what it is. So I understand why we have the black Delrin piece in there, but yeah, it's. I think it sort of stops it looking as classy as it could do. But no, there we go. That's the wrong way. That is the Aspire Paradox with the ninth tank sitting on top, which is the No Name and Aspire combos. And again, I think you can get these for a pretty reasonable price now. If you want to, wallop some of those apples. But let's just check this. 0.44 still. I think we'll go 25 watts. Let's just see how we get on with that, shall we? How was that? Did we enjoy that? Do you like watching build streams? Right. Now we have only got the one airflow hole coming out of the side or the base. So if you don't like single airflow holes, then that's a bit of a wobble. And there is it's a quite a reasonable little what's it called? Restriction, that's the word. Okay, so there we go. Vaping away. Very nice too. The flavour is good on this. The airflow is nice and smooth. A little bit on the high pitch sound, if that's the sort of thing that puts you off, but it's not whistly, and even if I'm if I breathe hard or suck hard, it doesn't get whistly, so that's good. But there we go. So all in all, that is, I mean, that's a pretty decent looking little setup. Are we going to focus? Come on, there we go. That is a pretty decent looking little setup. If that's the sort of thing that tickles your taste buds, wallop. Have a look at Vapor. No, not for this. Official UK Aspire vendor, and yeah, go and check out and see what they've got on. Yeah, it's not a cloud chasing tank, but it's nice and flavourful. It'll get you through the day. It's only an 18650 mod, which may put some people off, but there you go. So that's that. Now then, what I wanted to open up the floor with and have a discussion about is obviously we're seeing a lot more companies like Aspire now working with actual modders. Personally, I think it's a really, really good thing because it means that everybody's having access to kind of slightly more stylistically attractive mods, in my opinion. But what do you feel about this? What do you think about these companies kind of all joining together? Do you think that it minimises the exclusivity of the sort of the high end scene, or do you think that is, or do you think it's something where it's nice to be able to get that kind of new style and have like a company like No Name or whatever added to your collection for an affordable price? Now, granted, this isn't going to be super cheap, but affordable, yes, yeah, absolutely. In fact, while you're telling me the answer to that, what I'm going to do is, okay, let's buy a vendor. If I go to this, and let's take me out of the frame for the moment. Over 18, yes. Oh no, I was trying to press it on the feed. Right, are you a wholesale customer? No, I am not. So, prestige line. Let's have a little look and see what we've got going on here. Wallop, loads of things. We do have this as well. Where are we? Kits. Is there a kit for it? I don't know what they're doing with it. Can anyone see it? Can anyone see it? Am I being blind here? Nope. Tanks, 9th tanks. Here we go. Let's have a little look at the 9th tank. 34.98. 34.98, 22 mil, and yeah, I think the rebuildable comes with it as well, I believe. So there we go. Yeah, RBA deck. So we've got all that going on if you want it. And then let's have a look. Paradox. There we go. What I tell you. 114 down to 54.99 for the tank bundle deal. Look at that. See, this is why I think it's good to not necessarily get stuff that's brand spanking new all the time, because we've got a quality little setup going on right there, and it's very, very affordable as it is right now. So that's something that I think. What am I doing here? What am I doing? There we go. That's something that I think is very, very worthwhile. So I told you I thought they did a deal with it. 55 quid. You get this whole setup, and you can whether you're going to be doing it as trying to get it in focus. Whether you're going to be doing it as just a carry around throwaway mod, a little beta mod setup, whatever you like, but it's got good flavour. It's got good weight to it as well. If you like something that's a bit heavy, I like it. So there you go. Wallop, 55 quid. Bargain. Okay, I've got, when I'm asking about your opinions about it, we've got Mr. Miller there saying that I'm all for it, especially if their customer service improves. Absolutely. Are we talking about the name, the modders, or are we talking about Aspire? Or the whichever company is doing it? Do let me know. Swamp Thing is saying that they think it's good. Absolutely. Ian Thomas is agreeing. We've got Russ saying, hi Russ, how you doing? Definitely, although I can see a point in time where they use a high-end name just to bump the price. At that point, it's not good. Quality and design still need to be there, as seems to be now. Absolutely, couldn't agree more. I think that's something that we do have to be aware of, and that's why the channels like mine and all the myriad of other review channels I think are useful, because you get to see if the quality is there, because you could stick someone else's name on it and the quality is not going to be there. It'll be obvious in a review. But one of the things that I think you will find is that if the product is a bit crap, then the final result is a bit crap, then the modder who's got their name on it as well will have issue with it, because whilst it's allowing their especially older designs to be more publicly available, it also means that their branding is still on that product, and if it's a terrible product, then they're not going to be overly keen on that one. So I think that's still very good, as long as they keep their hands in. I think that's very good. Also, yeah, good point there, Mr. McKenzie. Also helps with cloning if they make their own cheapo version, absolutely. And so, it discourages the amount of cloners that are going to be doing stuff. Although, as we know, people clone bloody anything in this day and age, which is a bit of a sad thing, but there we go. So, has anybody got... Oh, hello, Andrew George is saying something here. What are you saying? Let me add you and I'll read it as we go. I'd prefer mods to be more accessible. You'll always have the high-end markets, such as Hellfire, Alden mods, etc., which I will have one or two in my collection. Nice to have some quality at a good price, absolutely. And I think that is very, very important, isn't it? Because if you're going to go and spend 400 quid on a mod, you're not necessarily going to take that for a night out on the lash, or take it to work, possibly. You've got to be aware of these things. And while everything is made to be used, you don't buy a setup just to put it on a shelf and look at it. I think, the idea of having, some posh gear, but then having some nice, affordable gear, I think works out really, really well as well. It is a very nice looking mod. The form factor is great, but it's a bit heavy. It is a bit heavy. It is. And I think I've mentioned this before. I'm very old school in as much as weight means quality. That's why I'm a fatty. But no, I like a mod that's got some weight to it. I'm not when I have something that's super light. First of all, the things tend to fall over a lot. If you have, I'm sure a lot of you have had this as well. If you've had a light or really small mod and then you've stuck a heavy tank on top of it and it just topples over all the time, that's a pig in nightmare. That's how you get broken glass, and that's how you get just trouble city. And I'm not a fan of that. So I'm okay when a mod is a little bit heavier than your average bear. That works out all right for me. Anybody else got any comments that they want to say about this? Because, I think it's a good thing, but if you don't, please do be honest and tell me why. Because that's something, at the end of the day, you're the customers. I just kind of buy stuff as and when, and I'm very lucky to have an awful lot of gear I can play with. But when you go out looking for a new setup, what do you look for? Do you look for something that is going to be quality? Do you look just for cheap? Do you try and, you can either have quality or you can have cheap, or you can kind of compromise somewhere in the middle there. But tell me what the sort of thing is that you're into at the moment. Swamp Thing says he loves his mix, or they love their mix. I don't know if it's a he or she. The Mass Mods and Org Vape Squonker is a really good example of a quality execution while retaining the high-end visuals and styling. Great stuff. I don't think I've had one of those. I don't think, but I'll believe you. I think it's great, and we need to see more of it, because it does seem very much that the regular mass producers have kind of run out of ideas. That's why we're seeing nothing but pod systems at the moment. It just doesn't seem like we're getting some new ideas. We need more new form factors. We need more new kind of sexiness going on. But we don't seem to be getting a great deal of that, because I think the mass producers tend to stick with a format that they know sells, and you can understand why. It's business at the end of the day. But yeah, I like that we're getting it. Let's say the new not Hellfire, Hellvape. The new Hellvape mod that's coming out, that looks kind of cool. I know Evolution Vaping are getting that in, but yeah. Oh, Dom's in as well. Lovely old job, quality. But I did buy a Ha. Tis why the Basium is so good, never falls over. Absolutely, that's one of the reasons why I made it a square, so it doesn't fall over, because I'm a clumsy twat. I'm very happy with recent Aspire stuff. I have a Paradox and Phoenix, plus a Nico should arrive tomorrow. Absolutely, Nico's a great tank as well. I'm loving the box with the cubics at the moment. Absolutely. We did look at that a little while ago. I wait for the prices to come down on expensive mechs. Don't blame you at all. And that's what I said from this. This was 120 quid setup, and it's you now get it for pretty much half price. And I think that is spectacular. So also, we have to remember that old in vaping is like a couple of months. This, I think, came out just before Christmas. So, you know, we're 6 months old, and you can get a real nice quality piece of kit for half price. Danielle says that if it inspires better quality, increased longevity, as well as a nice product, it's great from both ends, high end, lower through to lower range. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. I do want to see a lot more companies really focusing on their QC. We have got some of the mass producers are being a bit shocking on QC, and that's one of the reasons why I like Aspire. Because we did look at the box a little while ago, and this was deemed to come out, or this nearly came out just before Christmas, and I talked about this in the review for this. It nearly came out just before Christmas. However, there were some issues with it, so they went, nope, let's hold all of that, let's make things right, and then we'll get them out. And that, I think, was good, because I've known companies in the past use the customers as beta testers, and I fell out years ago. I fell out with one sort of quite large name company for exactly that reason, and unfortunately it does happen. But there you go. Shits and giggles. Right, so if there's no other comments, Triple Labs, what we got going on here? Got to get the basics right. For me, leak-free, easy to build, a top priority. If it looks nice, then with it, then bonus. I do like a good weighty feel, though. Good man. Mods are different for different occasions is best approach. Absolutely. And that's one of the reasons why I say that I don't have a favorite, because it depends on, you know, whatever's going on at the time, and however I feel like vaping. And that's something that needs to be taken into account, particularly when we've got so many affordable mods going on right now. Right, so we've been just over an hour, so I imagine nobody's going to watch this on catch up. However, if you do, please make sure that you leave your comments down below this video as well. Let me know what your thoughts are on the name modders working with the mass producers. Is that a good thing? Do you like them? Are there any particular setups that you're really into that fall into that kind of category? Let me know. Do tell me, and just, you know, tell me why as well. Not just I like so and so. Just tell me why. Also, if you are remotely interested, I have got the Patreon thing running. There's only a handful of us in it, which is nice. So it's a nice little group. All my unboxings and occasional builds will go through Patreon first before you guys see it in the big wide world. And anyone interested in camera gear and video stuff, then I have got my stuff in my studio channel that is starting to have some stuff go on it. So there we go. Lots of different options for you, but thank you so much. Genuinely thank you for sticking with me. Make sure you got notifications on, but I will try to make sure that I do another live review next Monday, and who knows, we'll try and get Mr. Todd on and do it properly instead of all of the messing around we had earlier on tonight. So we'll give that a crack. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking with me, and thank you for being a subscriber to the Vaping Biker channel after all these years. Much appreciated. Right, on that note, I'm going to go. I'm knackered, and I will see you all, hopefully, next week, where, you know, we haven't got a bank holiday that'll really confuse me. I'll see you later.